Welcome to the Chelsea Fans Channel. It's time to preview our match against Manchester City. It's an FA Cup clash and therefore I am very, very excited about it. I think we can do it. I'm joined by Sophia. We're going to talk it through now and I think things are on the up for us. Are you looking forward to this game?
Yeah, I certainly think there's been a shift in confidence, that's for sure. I don't think we can get too despondent about the loss to PSG in the week because although it was a loss, I think the performance was resilient, given our defensive injuries. I thought we had some very good attacking pieces of play, so I think we can take a lot of positives from that game. And I think City are they're looking quite vulnerable at the moment. They're off the back of 2 defeats at home to Spurs last weekend and Leicester before that, and important games as well.
Yes, they're title rivals, yeah.
Title-defining games. So I certainly think their confidence will be low. So we're at home, we're at the Bridge, and I think we've got a lot to be confident about. Absolutely.
This game couldn't have come at a worse time for City either. I think it's important to acknowledge that. I think they're going to be playing 4 games in 11 days now.
Busy.
One of them's a cup final, one of them is a Champions League clash, 2 of them are a Champions League clash. The last thing in the world they need is this game at Stamford Bridge. It just couldn't have come at a worse time, and equally, they would be terrified of it going to a replay.
Definitely.
So I think that with Kiev in mind, bearing in mind we're playing on Sunday at 4, they then go to Kiev to play on Tuesday. They haven't got a lot of recovery time. Kiev's miles away, I know, I've been.
And what will they deem more important, the Champions League or an FA Cup?
I think they have to prioritise the Champions League because they've never been to the quarter-final of the FA Cup. And playing Kiev, they were in our group, Kiev, they didn't look great. City have a really big chance of making some club history there. That has to take precedence over a cup clash at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, definitely.
So if they rest players, the door could be slightly ajar for us, and we could be in an FA Cup quarter-final, which would be great.
Definitely, and we've not lost domestically since December the 14th. We're actually the only team in the league that hasn't lost in 2016.
Yes.
So I think we need to jump on that and hold on to that confidence.
I think we could. The only thing that is important to remember, City are by far, at least in my opinion, City are by far the best squad in the league.
Yeah.
So even if they do rest some players, and I think Pellegrini's come out and said that they are going to rest players, even if they do, they still pose a massive threat, don't they?
Definitely, and this is, potentially our only chance for silverware. Obviously, taking aside the Champions League, but obviously nothing in the league. So we need to win this game. This is a must-win game for us. So we need to be fielding our strongest squad possible. And we need to almost treat it like a cup final for us. Yeah,
absolutely. It's our most realistic opportunity for silverware, isn't it? This is, the FA Cup. If we knock City out of the FA Cup, I don't think we'd be scared of anyone else. No. City away would have been the most terrifying proposition. If we knock City out, I don't think I'd be scared of anyone else at the moment.
No, would you? I would say that they're definitely the toughest
team
to face.
Say potentially going to White Hart Lane. I hope that we go to West Ham. It'd be nice to go to Upton Park again for the last time. But there's nobody else, when I think of the other teams that are still in the competition, there's nobody else that fills me with dread the way City do. So, if we can knock them out, we could start dreaming of Wembley, can't we?
100%. I think the only thing is, would they look back at the performance they had against, last time we played, they thumped us 3-0.
Yes.
What will they draw from that?
Yeah, I think that defeat is still fresh in the mind. I think that was our first away game this season. I can remember it was early because I was definitely wearing shorts.
Yeah, it was warm. It was definitely
warm up there. They were far better than us. We obviously were going into that fixture off the back of the Swansea debacle, the issues that arose that day. And City were far too good for us. Players like Aguero, I think Sergio Aguero is one of the most complete football players I've ever seen. Just through sheerly his variety of goals. He can score tap-ins in the box, he can score from outside the box, it's headers, it's one-touch finishes. There isn't really a flaw to his game. So when we played in the league against him, it was worrying, it was troubling, and he gave us a rough ride. However, I'd be very surprised if we were to see players of his quality playing for City. They just can't risk playing them, can they?
No, not with the huge games they have coming up.
Yeah, they were massively shortchanged by the FA, I think. I mean, I'm certainly not complaining.
No, exactly.
But Chelsea could have played this fixture any time. There was no real issue for us. We only went to Paris. Our game was on the Tuesday. There's no reason why our game against City couldn't have been the Friday night, which would have obviously suited City. Equally, it could have been the Saturday. The fact that it's on the Sunday really does play into our hands.
And Pellegrini's definitely complained about that.
He's furious. So, because obviously they travelled to Kiev 48 hours later. So the omens are good. The important thing that we have to do is pick the correct team. Confident we can do that?
Yep, let's do it.
Right, join us for part 2 where we will try and pick the team to win this game. Go on, you Blues.